Alright, hey friends, Flavored here. Let me just first of all check what the hell, farewell 8-man ranked, still this old placeholder, but anyway, let me first check if I have visuals or sound. Looks like I do. So hello friends, it's Flavored. Here you are with Daily PvP, and you know, since it's Christmas time, just few accountable hours left till it's Christmas. I thought it would be a cool thing to do a present for you of sorts, and to make this small video about how it all started, how I got into making commentary videos, what was my idea behind it all, and the reasons, and how it all actually happens. I thought maybe a little bit fun for some of you. Maybe some of you will want to repeat the road I took. It's really fun if you think the game is fun, if you think you know a lot about the game, maybe you should try it. Not necessarily SWAT Lore, but maybe some other game. Commentating is really fun. So it all, I guess I should start from afar, and it all started in January of 2013. When I first commentated on my first video, but my passion for commentating actually started somewhat earlier. When I was still playing StarCraft 2, I was watching people like who are extremely famous, like Day9, Artosis, and Tasteless. I watched Caldor, even though he's not on the list of my favorite commentators, but still, and they seriously inspired me. They had this passion, they had this vision, they always did what they liked, and they came to be extremely popular right now. But most important of all this is that they did what they liked. They talked about their knowledge of the things they liked, and it was extremely inspiring. And I was like thinking to myself, why not try commentating on StarCraft 2 in Russian? But it never came to be, because I was kind of losing interest in StarCraft 2 as a game I would professionally play. I knew I would never reach any acceptable skill level. Yes, I was playing in the Grandmaster at the time, but I felt like I was extremely inferior to a lot of the players, so I kind of walked away from the game and started playing Star Wars back then, and a little while later, when Ranked came out, I kind of realized how interesting it would be to try and commentate on these games. And in the January of 2013, it first happened. I think the first game I commentated on was White Noise against who the hell it was. I think it was Harbingers. It was the very first game I commentated, and it really happened like spontaneously, like completely spontaneous. I was sitting watching a stream. Who was I totally forgot. It's kind of embarrassing that I don't even remember the first game I commentated on, even though I do remember that it was a void star between White Noise and somebody. Oh, I think it was Fubar, right? It was White Noise against Fubar. Unfortunately, I think White Noise lost. Damn it! Seriously, here I am sitting in front of you talking about how I make commentaries, and I can't even recall the details of the first game I ever commentated. But it was really spontaneous. I was sitting watching a stream, and I was like, why not just go ahead and do it? I've got all the tools I need, and just went ahead and recorded it live. One thing I guess I should point out, I do have my microphone on right now. It would be kind of embarrassing if it went off in the middle of me talking, and half of the things I have to say were gone. But all of my videos, all of the commentary videos you can see on my YouTube, you've seen live, they were always recorded in one go. Like seriously, there was never any editing in the videos I've made involved, because I've always thought that the best, the most, what's the word to use here? The most, well, I guess I have to use the word passionate. The most passionate way I could relay the ideas, the feelings in my videos would only be done live, without any after influence, I guess, without any editing. Well, I don't know. It's so basically the most fun way I would be able to commentate on a game would only be live, conveying all these feelings I had at the moment, and that's how I've always been doing it. So every video of mine recorded live, starting from the very first game to the last one I commentated. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you how I did it, how I do record my videos, how I commentate, and I will commentate on one of the 8-man ranked that I never got around to commentating on. It's from the Bastion server between Guild Synergy and Don't Panic. Some of you might be disappointed right now. Why not Doom for the Net, or why not Prophecy of the 5? But still, it was just an exciting game. It doesn't matter who plays. Even though these guys, Synergy and Don't Panic, they were really good guilds. Synergy still exists, well, Don't Panic does too, although they are not as active as they used to be. But they have great players, they play the great games, so that's what I'm gonna do. I will show you how I do make my commentaries, and commentate on a really fun game. But first of all, well, I guess it's not first of all now, but just before, I really want to say that it's never been a way for me to like gain an e-glory or like attract attention or make money, nothing like that, never. Even though if you've been sticking around to the stream, if you've been sticking around and watching me for a while, you know people came on and said lots of you know, unpleasant things. Like seriously, some things people said about me, about the commentaries, they were outright unpleasant, and something that I would have preferred to never hear. But I understand it happens. Some people don't really think that I had some ulterior motives behind the commentaries and stuff, but it was always for fun, for my own fun, and for the fun those who would watch this video. They never implied to be professional, even though I really tried to make them as quality as possible. But I never claimed to be a pro at this. It was means for me to improve my English, and I think that if you watch my initial videos and compare them to how I do it right now, you would notice that I improved my English by a huge margin compared to how it used to be. It was always a way for me to improve my communication skills, and you all guys really helped me in this like a lot. So let me switch to this one. Actually, I feel it's kinda better for the occasion, this one layout. You guys really helped me in this. I'm grateful, like seriously, I'm eternally grateful to all of you who stuck around throughout all this time, and that's what kept me going, kept me doing all these things. I really appreciate your support. Some people have moved away from the game and don't no longer watch me. Still, it's this huge shout out to them as well, to all of you who are here right now and who couldn't make it. I really respect you people, respect you guys, and think of you as my friends. But anyways, it all started when I downloaded OBS, this software here, obsproject.com. It is used for live broadcasting, obviously. It's free software, nothing about it. Well, at first actually I used XSplit, but I quickly realized that it doesn't really suit my needs, because it was, back in the day, it was really tasking, even on the best hardware. And so I had to look out for the alternatives, and that's when I found OBS. It allows me to like easily interact with video output. It compresses things on the fly. It like allows me to create great compositions like this virtual studio we're in right now. And that's what I started using to produce the commentary videos. Like, there is no other software involved. It's only OBS. I have several scenes created, which I control through the keyboard here, like switching between them. Hello, everybody. And that's how it all happens. So I got myself this OBS software, and started looking out for the content, and you know, since Swordwood doesn't really have any spectating capabilities, the only way for me to find any games to commentate on was to watch the streams. And back in the day, back like a year ago, it was really a lot more people streaming than it is right now, which is kind of sad, you know. I would really love to see more SWTOR streamers, SWTOR PvP streamers in particular, because who cares about PvE, really, guys? But anyways, really, it was a lot more streamers, and I had quite a few names to choose from, and a lot of the better guilds, many of the better guilds had their players streaming their gameplay, their 8-man ranked endeavors, and that's what I started watching and picking the games which I personally liked. It was never my intention to stir up drama. Of course, when there are competitive players involved, there are egos clashing, there are opinions, and all that stuff. People wanting to be number 1, number 2, number 3. Well, nobody wants to be number 2, number 3. Competitive people always aim to be number 1. But it was never my intention to stir up any drama, to insult anyone with the commentaries. I just did it from my personal perspective. I tried to be as unbiased as it was only possible. I tried to be as neutral as I only could, but I'm a player myself, and I really had fun watching all these games that people played, so sometimes I get carried away. So if anyone ever gets insulted by the things I said in my videos, I of course have to apologize, but you know, I really tried my best, and I remind you that I never claimed it's going to be extremely professional, even though I tried. Like I said, I tried my best, always tried my best to make these videos as quality as it's only possible. So there, I started watching all these streams, picking the games I personally liked. I called out to people to submit links, and really the response was kind of overwhelming. People kept sending me links all the time. It even came to the point where I just couldn't physically watch all the games people asked me to, because I would have to like spend several hours every day simply watching all the material people submit. And I would still like to ask people to submit the games, even though I don't really commentate all that much, but if the game is really deserving, I will definitely do it. And that's basically the foundation of it. Afterwards, I would either live on the stream directly through the browser window. I would open like one of the streams, make it full screen, turn OBS on, set it to record to a local file. I've got a few like profiles here, 3 last profiles. They record local files in better quality. I would turn it on and just do it live. There is a video stream on the screen. There is my voice. I would sometimes put a background music like we have it right now. I also need to remove it from one track repeat mode. Although right now YouTube is really punishing me for inserting third-party music, that's why I'm probably not gonna be doing it anymore now that the channel has grown. I never actually expected to attract any attention to these videos, to be honest. But the channel's grown. It's of course not the top YouTube channel, but every viewer is greatly appreciated. I never expected to get like more than 50 people to watch it, but look at that, over 1,000, and people keep coming back, and it's really amazing. I'm certain that if I keep doing it, it'll grow even more, and it's all because of you guys. It's not because of me. It's because of you for the most part. But anyways, like for example, I got here downloaded a feed from one of the streams. It's a Synergy stream from Rockathy. There is a streamer at twitch.tv, Rockathy. He used to stream Swaller, and now he's mostly a Final Fantasy player. But in the late days of August, I think they used to play like the last ranked games before it all died out. One of the last ranked games they played an awesome game against Don't Panic, and that's what I'm gonna be doing right now, like commentating on that game. I will show you how exactly it all happened. So once I obtained the video feed, excuse me, off the stream, I would just go ahead and open it. If it's live, I would just enlarge the stream window. I've got a cute video player here that I use for recording the on-screen video vid. I think the game is somewhere in the middle. That's not it. That's Void Star against Hey I'm MVP, which unfortunately Synergy is going to... Oh yes, this is the beginning. This is exactly the game I'm gonna be commentating. So, once I've got the game selected for the commentaries, I really need to get some information about it. I don't really want to spoil it for myself, but I really want to see who's playing, what teams are playing, and what specs and characters they are running. I normally mute the regional audio stream because it contains a lot of, like, you know, it would really be cool to have in-game sounds, but unfortunately, in most cases, you know, the streamers run music. There's also a lot of TS chatter that would interfere with my commentaries and stuff like that, so usually I just mute the sound and run some background music like you're hearing right now. So, right now I have the game open and I really want to see what specs the team playing here is running, also their opponents. Of course, we can already see that we've got an operative healer, we've got a gunslinger, and we've got a smasher. We've also got another sentinel here. Actually, it's like... So let's pause here and wait a second. So it's obvious we've got double operative healer on the Synergy side. We've also got one smasher. We've got another sentinel, and it's not clear what spec he is right now. On the other hand, Don't Panic has a gunslinger as well, so teams are kind of similar. They've also got a commando here. And he's probably gunnery because that's the spec that the only like viable spec, especially in a deathmatch type of 8-man arenas. Is probably gunnery, so it's kind of safe to assume, but I will still scroll through the game to see whether or not it can be confirmed somehow. That's what I can already say about this game. It's still not clear what specs all the sentinels are running, and I don't really want to miss that because it's kind of silly to be talking about double smasher then it's actually double combat someone is running or something like that. So let me go ahead and view this game for a little bit longer. Everyone's jumping on Natron. Yes, indeed, he is gunnery. Fusebox here is trying to desperately heal him and kind of get off that commander now. Only Rockathy stays on him. Shifu seems to be performing a role of the tank here, and kind of surprising. Who's guarding the off node? It's Lemon, but it's really hard to say what class he is from this. So most probably in this game, I will have to open the score screen. This will unfortunately tell me the winning side, but there is no other way for me to get the info I need to properly commentate this game. Unfortunately, it's split. Well, I'm saying unfortunately, but it doesn't really make any impact here. It's split in several parts. So, Don't Panic here is running a commando. They're running at least one Scoundrel Healer. Actually, it's probably two. Yes, they run two Scoundrel Healers as well, so it's Scoundrel Healers versus Scoundrel Healers. This is something that used to be flavor of the month, flavor of the year, I guess I should call it. Scoundrel Healers and Operatives were really strong. They're still strong, but not as they used to be. They have Synergy here has, of course, a Guardian tank. They have a Shadow tank, which is kind of uncommon, you know. And not a lot of people do it. Not a lot of people run Shadow tanks. Right in the middle of the battlefield here. Both teams have a Gunslinger. Who's the fourth DPS on? Do they even have one? No, actually, I've seen double tank, double sentinel, and a Gunslinger plus 2 healers. And there's Lemon, who's guarding Eastern Point. So I suppose. Let's suppose it's only a triple DPS run for Synergy here in the middle, okay? Unfortunately, Rockether here doesn't click on a lot of people aside from his primary target, which seems to be the commando. So it's really hard to say what specs the other people on the team are running. So I guess I will have to scroll to the end, and I think it ends somewhere. It's going to be a little bit anticlimactic. I'm sorry for this, guys. You will have to know the score, but this is how it happens. I unfortunately have to scroll to the end of the video to actually see who played what. And it looks like we have double smash for Don't Panic. Not entirely certain on the specs for Gunslingers, of course. I haven't really seen what skills they used, but judging from the damage, it looks like one of them was what? Dirty fighting. The other one, the difference between the damage on Gunslingers is too high, so it's hard to say whether it was skill or spec. But it feels like Green Peen was playing dirty fighting while Gamble was, I don't know, sharpshooter, I guess. And Lemon was actually a triple. Oh, so okay, I see. So Synergy here is running triple healer setup, triple scoundrel, and that Lemon guy who's protecting the Eastern Point. And you know, these small details, they're really important here. So to provide a necessary insight, I really need to know what the team was playing, so I could, like, of course I cannot freely spectate the game. That's why I need to have as many details as I can before I even start commentating. Otherwise, you will often find me talking bullcrap when it's actually something completely different. Like, I could be going on about talking how there is a shadow protecting Eastern Point. Well, in reality, it's a healer, which makes things somewhat different. He cannot really go and engage at West. Like, I could be talking, why isn't Synergy's shadow going West when it's actually a healer who cannot just go and engage West? So, as soon as all is identified, as every class, every spec is identified. At first, like I had nothing like this screen which I'm about to show. This is a small screen I made at some point, I don't remember when it was, which shows to the viewers player names and classes and specs they play. Like, you can see in a lot of other games, like, easily, but of course, since we do not have access to these tools, I had to invent something, and so I made this little screen which tells the name of the war zone, names of the teams, names of the players, and I think it made the videos look somewhat more professional, I guess. It also provides insights to the viewers as what to expect, so some of you can make your own assumptions as to what's going to be happening in the game. So now that I have established at least somewhat what specs are gonna be in this game, I gotta go ahead and I gotta go ahead and fill the appropriate files so the screen gets updated. Okay, there it is. So the first team will be Synergy. It's all done manually. Yes, unfortunately, I don't have any fancy tools, so I've been doing it all with these two hands. Maybe it's not much. Maybe it's not much, I guess. But still, it took quite a while to do it. Every time I had to commentate, I had to sit down, identify certain things about the game, gather some information, like fill these files, set up all the screens so I don't exit. Like, you know, if you could see my early videos, you could often notice that sometimes I would switch to the wrong scenes. Sometimes I could forget to turn some things off. You could see some garbage in the videos. So it was all the process of learning. And I hope you forgive me for that. It looks like Just Boobies is either hybrid. It's hard to tell. Like, I haven't seen him exactly, so it's I think he's focused too, and this 150k protection was done through the just taunts and intercedes or guardian leaps. What's the name of that guy? I can't really see. Okay, Photo. I haven't seen his spec as well, and judging, I can't really tell from the damage whether he was Smasher or a combat. Let's assume he was combat, because that amount of damage was really like more appropriate for a combat player. I hope I hope he wasn't focused and that was just an insulting thing I said. Whoops, let me fix this one. He was a tank. What else? Kudrat was a scoundrel. Sawbones. I guess I could just copy this and apply it to to the rest of the players here. Lemon, and the last one is Nibbles. So we are done for synergy here. So it looks like they have 2 focus, 1 combat, they have 1 tank. Bodies is kind of off tank, and it's really hard to say, at least from the amount of information I gathered here. Why the hell is it so loud? Please stop, music. Music, please stop. And now I have to feel the second team, which is Don't Panic. It looks like Don't Panic has double. Like Don't Panic has double smash. It's kind of obvious from the numbers I'm seeing here. Antipode. Same thing, Jedi Sentinel. Now this is how it happens exactly. I'm not adding something. I'm not hiding anything. This is how I do it. Let's assume he's dirty fighting. Natron means business. Cannery. Brooks is the main tank. Defense. Note Guard is probably, well, it's kind of hard to say what his spec is. Let's assume he's just a Jedi Shadow in kinetic combat. Although, I don't remember, did Don't Panic used to leave an infiltration shadow to defend their nodes or not? Well, it seems like only just a little bit of time passed, but it's really hard to remember all these little details now. Most of the teams had some kind of patterns they used to follow and preferred to stick to them. Note Guard. Jedi Shadow. I don't know what his spec is. Fuse Box, an awesome scoundrel healer. So Bones. And who's the last one? Raleigh. Alright, and that does it for Don't Panic. Now, as you can see, if I switch to this screen, it, well, almost, it has updated almost all of it, with exception for, not this, okay, it's this one, I guess. Now that all the titles are updated, it also updated on this screen as well. In the beginning of this video you could see that it showed something else, but now it shows the proper name, proper team names and map name. So all it took is just update a few text files, which are then automatically updated through the text source in OBS. Like seriously, OBS is an awesome software. It allows to simplify a lot of things. I first wanted to use like icons for classes and stuff, but then I realized how problematic it is, and it takes away a lot of time before each commentary, so I kind of decided not to do it. So yeah. And now that I've updated all the titles, all the team names, now that I have some info about the teams, all I need to do is to just start recording. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've got my player here. Since the video is actually split in two parts, I need to kind of seamlessly transition between them. So I use this player, although almost every player can do it without a problem. But I use OBS player, GOM player. It's a Korean player. StarCraft lovers would understand. Everyone else, well, it doesn't really matter. You can use anything if you decide to do it and encounter such problem. Of course, it would have been better if the game had tools like Guild Wars 2. Like, there are no problems like that in Guild Wars 2. You have a observer interface. You can just join a game. You can spectate however you want. You've got all the info on items, like specs, all that stuff. It's really cool. Unfortunately, it's hard for games like Rift, Terra, like lots of MMORPGs. Have to. Perhaps it's not. Oh. So, well, I think this is all. But once again, it's insulting. Yes, this is not. But it was. Doesn't, of course. I think I wouldn't. Anyways, a few minutes break. Back. Commentary. This awesome Navari code. Panic. 18 bats. God damn it, this is something I was talking about. How long have I been muted? This freaking microphone hates on me. How long have I been talking about? How long have I been talking without actually being heard? Tell me, guys. Tell me now. Oh my god. God damn it, Mike, I hate you. I knew my computer is going to troll me. Damn it. Well, I hope you didn't miss a lot. I was just saying that I never wanted to insult anybody with the commentaries, ever. I did my commentaries only because I respected the players, and I liked the way they played these games. I never wanted to stir up any drama, and nothing like that, nothing. I seriously don't care for any kind of drama. Well, sorry friends, it's just my mic. For some reason it just likes to reset itself. 3 or 4 minutes. Blah. Well, anyways, like I said, commentary game coming up next. It's going to be Novari Coast between Synergy and Don't Panic. I just need a glass of water quickly, and I'll be back. So stay tuned for that. Alright, hello friends, Daily PvP is here. I am Flavored, and right now we're going to be watching an 8-man Novari Coast ranked arena between Synergy and Don't Panic, taking place on the Bastion server. I hope you know these two teams well. There is some controversy going around Synergy's leader Shifo, but who cares about that? What's important right now is that these guys are about to deliver an insanely good gaming experience. What a gaming experience. They will be going up against the beast, Don't Panic. Some people say it's a #1 team on the Bastion, but who knows? They prefer not to go for ranks, not to put on tags on themselves. They just play. They play for fun, and they know how to deliver quality gameplay. So it looks like the game has loaded, so let's go ahead and look at the team setups we've got here. So it's quite interesting to note that a Synergy is running triple healer setup, and it looks like, judging from the fact that Sifu is going to the middle, it looks like one of the healers is going to be defending their home point, their eastern point for Synergy. And this means a variety of things. First of all is that healer cannot really go and apply pressure to the home point of Don't Panic. That's quite important to note here. Among other things, it looks like both teams got a couple of sentinels. They both got a single Guardian, although it looks like Guardian for Synergy here is going in focus spec. Quite interesting to see how this works out. Both teams got a Gunslinger. On the other hand, though, the difference, and it's a huge difference, Synergy has 1 DPS. Well, actually, now that I think about it, they don't really have 1 DPS less. It's just somewhat different. It's somewhat different, and look at that! Immediately, action starts. Don't Panic leaps forward, and 2CC Synergy, and they are actually quite successful in this. On the other hand, Synergy quickly identifies the weakest link here, and it's this Gunnery Commando. Natron means business, focused down but not exactly killed. Healers are doing a great job. Two Scoundrel Healers for Don't Panic, who know their business. Rockethief here tries to sneak in middle point and try to cap it, but it doesn't exactly work out. Look at those two gunslingers sitting right next to each other. They're like, hi, hello there, what's your target? This guy over here. And what's your target? Oh, that guy. Alright, let's not touch each other. And now that the first wave of CCs is used, it's going to be kind of slow. I guess both teams will be trying to pinpoint a target and focus it down, but while waiting for their major cooldowns to roll off, it looks like healers for both sides are currently being the targets here. But neither of the teams, now that they've used a lot of their CCs, both hard and soft, neither of the team can really apply that much pressure. And look at that, awesome on Synergy. Don't Panic might be capping this point, and unfortunately Synergy loses middle. Oh my god, this is getting really exciting. I wanted this for Synergy to lose this early in the game, to lose middle point this early. This might mean trouble. And looking at Don't Panic, they're holding steady. Their back line is pretty secure. It looks like Photo and Rockethief are trying to apply pressure to that Commando, but Commando, of course, hold the line. Reactive shield with two Scoundrel Healers free casting. It's just not to be killed just yet, and Synergy slowly losing health on their bunker, trying to cap a little bit, but you know, Don't Panic is currently feeling comfortable here in the middle. They're pretty well spread out, so they're resistant to any kind of CCs Synergy can put against them, and will be easily able to interrupt the cap in the middle. Although it looks like Synergy is getting closer to Don't Panic's backlines. Unfortunately, Rockethief goes down, and it's kind of odd where the healers for Synergy CC'd. It was a little bit hard for me to tell, unfortunately. And Don't Panic, it looks like they hold and do not really want to let go of that middle point. In the meantime, it looks like things are calm on both the side points. And well, of course, this is the downside of having a healer guard your point. Perhaps if it was an Infiltration Shadow, he could go ahead and try something. Although it's a little bit early, that's more like of a desperation tactic, but then again, it depends on the team's coordination. But healer cannot do it. Healer can only sit and defend and just like look out for whoever comes. So Synergy is a little bit on a back foot in this regard here, so they will have to try. They will have to try either a split at some point. Once they see they need to kill like 1-2 people on Don't Panic side, and then maybe try a split, especially considering they seem to have a combat sentinel here. Although, wait a second, that Photo, I think I was mistaken about him being combat. He seems to be, judging from how he plays, oh my god, it's really hard to tell, unfortunately, without actually clicking on him and seeing his spec. Green Pin here, feeling really comfortable, but he might not be so soon. Yes, goes down, and now the Gunslinger for Don't Panic is down, maybe with a little bit of card, but Rockethief unfortunately goes down as well, so it equalizes again. Intense fight here in the middle between these two teams, showing a great play, but seriously, Synergy needs to think on something. Even though they're holding steady, but Don't Panic, with great initiation, with great control, managed to take that point back, something that Synergy did not have. Like one great ore allowed them to cap the points, and neither of the Synergies, Synergites to call them, Synergites I guess, neither of them had the breaker at the time, or they just decided not to break, waiting for some other team member to do it, and that's why they lost it. Still trying to sneak cap. Rockethief might be no, but Green Pin, he sees it all. will not allow any sneak cappers to make it inside. Plus, he's been in cover for quite a while, so he has all of these stacks of ready for anything, which allow him to see any invisible, including force camouflage, by the way, which allowed him to see any invisible movement of the opposing team. And Rocothy getting a little bit of damage on him, trying to kill Greenpin, but I don't know, he's currently guarded. They really need to switch their targeting to fuse box or natural means. It looks like the team decided to either attack Greenpin or natural means without actually touching the healers, but you know, you need to CC these healers, and look at that, Rocothy unfortunately misses Awe, doesn't hit either of the healers, and that's quite important. Awe is an important cooldown which allows things to happen here in the middle. In the meantime, look at that, it looks like Lemon decided to go west. I kind of missed that. Will it call for a switch from Don't Panic? Although it's Lemon, you know, he is a healer. What can he actually do? He can only kite the defender in a fight between. Well, actually, now that I think about it, look at that, it's a switch from Synergy. They're all going west. CC and Nibbles and Rocothy are going east, but it's well, actually, Rocothy, goddammit, decide where you want to go. Whether it's west or east, someone has to defend east because, of course, Don't Panic, they're not noobs. They will quickly identify that nobody is east, and it looks like one of the healers is going. Antipode sees Rocothy, and just look at that, great control, and Rocothy doesn't have its breakers, so he will not be in time for the party at west. But in the meantime, west is almost in the hands of Synergy. Will it be a comeback? I wonder, but I don't know. Might not be happening now that the rest of the Don't Panic is here. Rocothy sneaks in, but is interrupted. Only 3 ticks are left now, and Synergy now has to give it their all. Only 25% health remains on their bunker, and they really need to hurry up. But of course, when you are in a situation like that, you might give in to your nerves. You have to stay calm, and you have to engineer something involving CCs. But Don't Panic seem to be well spread out. They're not going to fall for any tricks with Awe like Synergy fell for in the beginning. They're not going to do it, and they're also trying to decap. But look at that! Also, grenade. This is when Synergy can make it happen. Oh my god, I don't even have words. This is really exciting, guys, like seriously. Unfortunately, grenade lasted for only a short while and did not allow Synergy to actually cap anything, but so far all of the Synergy's team are alive. But remember, it's kind of easy for Don't Panic to defend since their drop-off point is just so close. 8% remain on Synergy's bunker. Unfortunately, gamble goes down, and chances for Synergy to actually win this game are thinning out by the seconds. Will it be a comeback? It looks like Don't Panic decides to rotate back into the middle. They pop all they could, like Predation or Transcendence in this case. And oh my god, they're capping mid. What happened? Oh, 2%. Synergy managed to retake it, and they are staying in this game. Will it be one of the most glorious comebacks? It would be awesome to see. At the same time, though, Eastern Point, it's not defended, although we can see Rocothy and someone else go in there. I guess they turned around, so will Lemon be returning east? Because I really don't want to be seeing this guard camp for the rest of the game, but it might be actually pretty dangerous. 3 people from Don't Panic are coming here, and only Rocothy is defending. He can easily be controlled and point taken away from him, and that's exactly what looks like to be happening right now. Hoodrat, they're both controlled now. Does Hoodrat have a break? Because this point can be taken back. But okay, it's Novari Coast. It's not possible to just sap cap here. Especially seeing how Don't Panic started doing it a little bit late. Although 3 people could probably have taken could have probably taken this point, but they delayed slightly after that, or so they didn't exactly achieve much, and it looks like the fighting will be shifting to the eastern point right now. It's currently 3-on-3. Rockathy is trying to decap. In the meantime, Nibbles is like, what the hell, Rockathy, you save me please, it's getting dangerous, hit it. And at the same time, Rockathy decides to go for Raleigh. That's the healer for Don't Panic here, who is keeping both sentinels alive, and it looks like Synergy might be needing some help here. Another ore goes in. Don't Panic really wants to cap it as soon as possible, and they're doing it quite nicely. They've already managed to shave a few ticks. Okay, it looks like the healer is back. Hoodred comes in to save the day, and it's 3-on-2 right now here. We will see what happens next. It looks like the battle is hit. It's in the middle as well. It's 72%. If Synergy loses one of the points, even for a second, it's all over. So they don't have the luxury of mistakes here. They have to protect it with both points, with the exact amount of people required. Miss rotation and it's all over. I don't know. We will have to wait and see how this game progresses, but Synergy doesn't have any room for mistakes. And now that they're noticing that not a lot of people are left east, they have to rotate back middle because the rest of the team can be easily overpowered, especially if the dead members of Don't Panic have already left the respawn points. Rockathy approaching mid. Still, two Synergy players remain east, and I wonder if that will be a mistake. Rockathy, you really need to control these guys here instead of fighting them. Drawing attention from Natron means business to himself, but he will probably not be able to kill him now that he used Hold Line. Sneaking inside the middle point, trying to decap, but gets quickly noticed, unfortunately not being able to retake that point back to full, and it looks like this is gonna be turning into a large-scale middle battle once again. But Don't Panic really choosing to play a game of CCs. They keep on utilizing these ores to the maximum advantage they only can, but the health in their bunker is getting dangerously low. 48% to 2. This is the turn of events they really didn't anticipate, and it's kind of clear that right now they don't really play a game of damage. Even though some people on the Synergy side are falling, they don't really want to play a game of damage, but they're trying to control as much as possible and just cap the point. And look at that, they're progressing slowly but steadily. They're not losing their heads over allowing Synergy to cap a point, even though I guess it did baffle them a little bit on how that happened. Unfortunately, we couldn't see the exact moment, and wouldn't it have been great to actually have seen how exactly did Synergy cap it? And it's an insane war of CCs right now, and Don't Panic are really close to actually taking this point back. They're doing their best. They're spreading out, and look at that. One of the Don't Panic's members is camping right in front of you. You really need to interrupt him, and like, seriously, please don't let him cap it. At the same time, we could have seen that one of the Synergy's guys went west, but was quickly stopped. Sure what the plan was there, and it might have been a mistake, because while that guy was adventuring at the western point, Synergy lost half the point here in the middle. And the battle continues. But look at that, Don't Panic really wants to just control. They don't have the luxury of time either. They really need to make something happen here, or the game will be lost, and not in the most pleasant fashion. Now that such a great awe from Rockathy came in, they really needed to try and cap, but an absolutely different thing happens. Instead of actually decapping the points, Synergy loses a few ticks, and Don't Panic is clearly doing a better job here at controls and at the point control. And at the same time, it looks like the defender from West has made it to the eastern point. And oh my! How did that happen? Most of the Synergy players are full resolve. Don't panic, it's almost the last second retakes the middle point, and I did not expect it at all. Let's pause here for a second to look at the stats. It's clear that the damage advantage goes to Don't Panic here. Like, the difference in numbers is just apparent. Sentinels of Synergy, you could see how they were trying to focus on isolated targets, and maybe that was really not the best thing to do for them, because, you know, Commando was always isolated from everyone else, and it didn't really bother him, because as soon as the Sentinels jumped on him, he could pop his hold the line, he could pop his reactive shield and stay alive, even if both of them unloaded Smash. It didn't bother him whatsoever. And Synergy, they clumped up in the middle quite often, being easy targets for smashers of Don't Panic. Thus, they were always kind of on the back foot. Still, they hold quite nicely. The heals were good. Actually, the healing is in favor of Synergy, but that mostly might be related to the fact that, of course, Don't Panic had higher damage. An awesome game, in my opinion. I don't know why it didn't release it sooner. It's such a... I really felt like Synergy could make an insane comeback here, and it was really close, unfortunately. In the end, Don't Panic was slightly better on controls and took that middle point back. So friends, I hope you enjoyed this game. I did show you all there is to commentating a game, at least the way I do this. If you've got any questions, I hope Mike didn't mute itself again, right? And I wasn't muted for half the broadcast. It is tasking. I have to admit, it is tasking. It does require a lot of efforts on my end, mostly because, you know, language, it's not my native language. I have to translate what I want to say in English in my head, then find appropriate words and then relate to you guys, so it's not easy. But it's really fun, so I don't really complain. It's fun to do this. It was fun to watch this game and talk about it, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. So it was flavored with daily PvP. Don't forget to follow me on social networks of Facebook and Twitter /dailypvp both. Let me turn off the music if you don't mind. Don't forget to follow the stream if you are new. If you are new to my broadcasts, I do a lot of fun stuff. And also follow, of course, the YouTube channels of Daily PvP and Daily PvE at youtube.com/. More games, not right now. I will be doing some off-screen, probably before the year's end, so you should expect them up on YouTube. For now, though, I'm going to play Arcade. So stick around if you want to see Arcade. It's currently in Russian closed beta. And but I will be translating the key moments for you guys as I play the game. I wanted to do it a little while ago, of course, but unfortunately my computer crashed, and I had to find a solution to fix the crashing. And I think I did, although I don't know, it might crash again. Arcade is a new, well, relatively new MMORPG, Korean one. It's kind of highly anticipated in the world of English MMORPGs. So if you're interested in that, stick around. For now though, SWTOR broadcast is pretty much over. It will be back tomorrow probably, but ArcheAge broadcast is coming up. So stay tuned for okay, English is failing me right now, too much talking, but anyway, stay tuned for that. I will be back in just a few minutes after I make myself a cup of tea. I will be taking the stream down for a few minutes, and I will be back with ArcheAge. So thank you guys, I really love you all, and see you in just a few minutes.